Hey everybody, it is I, Fork, as you no doubt knew, and I would like to welcome you back to the Distance Beta for another track showcase. I am joined today by Zonero for his track, Fall Running, which I feel is a delightful return to super hard tracks that I am terrible at. Say hi, Zoner.
Hi.
So, tell us a bit about... Oh, Jesus. Don't tell it... That's not what I meant to talk about. But,
Tell you about Jesus? I don't know if I'm really the most qualified person to talk about that.
That's fine. I'm the least qualified person to talk about distance tracks, so let's go. That's what this episode's about. No. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for this track.
Okay, so the way I make this, make a lot of things, but for distance levels, I really didn't come in with like a plan or anything like that. What I came in was like, I want to learn how to use the track editor and I want to make a track. So I just kind of started dinking around, learning how to do it, and then as soon as I kind of started like understanding, oh, this is how splines work, I wanted to do wall running, something to do with a lot of wall running, because it's one of my favorite mechanics ever since Nitronic Rush. My favorite level in Nitronic Rush was Hardcore Black.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
but then kind of as I was going along, I alternate sort of, I alternate between sort of doing the track layout, and then when I get kind of tired of that, then I'll work on decorations for a little bit. And then around the point where I got to the part where you dive into the teleporter.
I actually just got past that part.
Nice. Timing. So once I got kind of past that part, I got into, and I started decorating. I started kind of noticing all these opportunities to start weaving the track into the buildings and stuff like that. And then once I started doing that, I noticed lots of opportunities to kind of loop the track in on itself, and that's kind of where the inspiration of the back-to-back wall ride section came from.
That's where I am right now.
Yeah. Look at that! It's almost like I rehearsed
this
it
is completely unrehearsed. I swear.
Yeah, and
Oh
that kind of came from. I started wrapping it around the building and then noticed, oh hey, I just noticed opportunities to weave the track in and out and stuff like that.
I went the wrong way. Sorry. Keep talking.
And I've always found that to be a really interesting kind of thing, level design wise and aesthetically. Even if it is, really kind of awful if you want to try to make your level skip proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cyclops has the top time on 22 seconds.
Oh my god. That's impressive. I wouldn't even be. That's just impressive.
Yeah.
Where
I mean, I knew they were
hell
gonna. I mean,
am I?
at a certain point, I just resigned myself to the fact that the speedrunners were going to just destroy this level, and that's okay. That's what they do. They're speedrunners.
I accidentally ended up going the right way just now, but I'm glad. Everything is just hitting the timing perfectly today. Talk about skips. Yep. Oops, I found a skip.
Yeah, so that section we're about to come up to, that vertical, that wall running up, was actually, I wanted to do something to thematically close out the level, and I like the idea of kind of returning to the theme of the opening.
Where you're riding down.
Or except instead of going down, you go up.
Okay. I can definitely see that, and hopefully I make it to the end this time.
Yeah. I'll slow down.
Thank you, senpai.
I have done this.
You've done it so many times.
Yeah, I mean, I am really kind of a perfectionist when it comes to track testing and stuff like that. So there would be times where it's like, I would tweak the color of something slightly, and then I'd rerun the entire track.
Oh no, I know what you mean. I've been working on. I told you I've been working on my level, and I've been doing the same exact thing. Like, I'll adjust the position of some fog, and go, okay, I have to run the entire level now.
Yeah.
So, moving on. What got you interested in distance? Did you come from Nitronic Rush, or was it? Is this your first foray?
No, like I said,
yeah, that's right. We did mention Hardcore Black.
But yeah, started playing Nitronic Rush. I think it was almost like just before the Distance Kickstarter.
Nice.
So the Distance Kickstarter started, and I backed it and got beta access. And I played some in the beta, but didn't really show up on the community or Speedy Saturday much during that time. So once I started doing Speedy Saturday and kind of noticing how cool the community is, like, you know what, I'm going to try to make a track. I used to make tracks all the time for the old, I don't know if you'll know this game, Monster Truck Madness. Way back in the day.
I think I remember it, yeah. That's an old game, dude.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to make tracks for that.
Man.
They weren't very good, but
I made was that the? I may be thinking of the wrong game, but I used to make tracks in the old Tonka games.
I think that's a different game.
I'm pretty sure it's a different game, but I know the one that you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a fun game.
Scheiße. Definitely. So you came in with Nitronic, and then just the Distance Kickstarter happened, and you were just like, oh my god, Distance!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool game.
Cool game, man. I'm gonna play it for forever, probably.
Basically.
At least that's my reaction. Oh man, do you have any plans for another level in the future?
Yes, I am working on one. Just started recently. Like I said before, like the hardest part for me is the beginning. Before the track really takes shape.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Getting a track started is like, it decides the theme of the track almost.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I don't really go in with like a really hard set plan, and I just I try to get everything to flow together into each other and stuff like that. I mean, it's probably why this level ended up being so hard.
It is pretty challenging. I'm pretty terrible at it, but you know, I have to be honest. I find that it's refreshing because I know that there's a lot of debate on like how hard people should make their tracks and stuff like that. And I personally feel like a lot of the newer tracks I'm gonna win have been a bit too easy.
Yeah.
This is a refreshing punch in the face.
Nice, thank you. It used to be a much harder punch in the face before I sent it to Crispy Skirmisher and Vesper for playtesting, and
yeah, they're really good at
this level. If I hadn't, this level used to be so hard.
Is there on that note? Oh, well, go ahead, and then I'll ask my next question.
I was gonna say, like, there used to be a second saw in that opening beginning.
Oh god.
And you had to do 2 more jumps, and it required like just the most precise jumping you had to do. And there's also just lots of little changes where it made things easier and
really subtle changes that end up like being massive improvements.
Yeah.
Is there anything about this track that you would go back and change even now?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I mean,
like what?
There's I mean, there's a lot of places where, I mean, this is my first track, and it really shows if you're really looking. There's some spots that, although like the city section right after you get out of the tunnel is my favorite section of the track. You can definitely tell there's some sections where the splines don't connect very smoothly.
There are a couple, yeah.
And then there's lots of little things like that bug me. There's also probably one of the biggest issues on this track is there's a lot of places where the game will unity you and just kill you for no reason.
I love that that's become a thing, to get unitied.
And there's also a couple places where the track readability isn't quite as good as I'd like. So I was really disappointed to hear that was a common point of feedback. Because I spent a lot of time on trying to make sure it was readable, but there definitely are sections where it's just hard to tell what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, this is where the tracks bend back on themselves is kind of one of them.
Yeah, I like this section, but it is a hard section if you don't know what to already do.
Definitely.
I mean, I made it a little bit easier recently, one of the updates where I changed the slope on that little bump, so now you can actually jump instead of having to slide off of it. So, pro tip, slide off of it, don't jump.
Now we know. Alright, well, thank you for answering my interrogation.
Yeah. I love talking about levels and stuff. So.
Do you have any advice for people who are going to go and make levels on their own?
One thing.
People who don't have the resources that we have to Crispy and Skirmisher.
Yeah. I accidentally finished, but there's one of the things I think people need to be really picky about is make sure to really spend some time on your color scheme. One of the things I recently helped somebody with their track, and one of the biggest issues about it was that the color scheme had like it was a bright yellow and a bright green, and they were both fighting for dominance, and it made the track really hard to read, and it made like an otherwise really fun track really kind of unpleasant. I mean, not unpleasant, it was.
I know what you mean. So color scheme's super important.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me and let me probe your brain for some stuff about your track.
Yeah, sure.
To everybody watching this, you can check out Fall Running by Zoner. Is it Zonero or is it Zoner Zero?
You know, I get called. I mean, really, I don't care because it's a made-up word, but I usually say Zoner or Zoner Zero. All
right. Well, you can check out this track by that guy on the Steam Workshop. As usual, there is a link in the description below. I would like to thank all of you for joining us. It was a pleasure having you, Zoner. Zoner, yeah, whatever.
It was nice to be here.
All right. Is there anything that you want to plug before we go?
I have a Twitter, same as my distance username without the underscore, if people want to follow me and hear me rant about things.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.